it going, everyone? Chad here from Lou Tunes, and we are back with another exciting countdown. Now, cartoons are amazing. We all know that. And there's so many fascinating things you can learn about them. And that is the topic of our discussion today, the top 10 interesting cartoon facts. Now, this will probably be the only countdown that I do that's not in any particular order. Just 10 cool facts about cartoons that I bet you didn't know. Now, some of these facts have been around for a while, so you might be familiar with a few. But I bet there'll be one or two in there that'll blow your mind. So with that, let's grab our drinks and... Whoa! Betcha I can finish it by the end of the countdown. See you in there. The number 10 fact is one that I came across by accident when making a different countdown. And when I saw it, I couldn't help but say, oh wow, how about that? It's simple enough and can be turned up with a simple IMDb page. Now, we all know Toy Story, but did you know that Joss Whedon actually co-wrote the screenplay to that movie? Oh wow, how about that? The Magic School Bus was a favorite to all. Miss Frizzle was awesome, and the kids were always going on crazy, cool adventures. But did you ever wonder what happened to those kids when they grew up? Well, one theory is that they got a hold of some magic rings and started fighting pollution alongside Captain Planet. That's right, the Magic School Bus kids are the Planeteers. Okay, they totally aren't, and there would be loads of continuity issues to come with this claim. But you cannot deny how fun it is to draw these parallels. Just imagine the awkward weirdo Arnold growing up into the cocky and outspoken Wheeler. And while these are not founded in truth at all, you've got to admit, you're gonna think about these connections the next time you watch one of these two shows. Did you know that the 1937 animated Snow White movie sold one of its 150,000 color cells in 1991 for over $200,000? That means if there's 150,000 frames, assuming they all still exist and are for sale, and assuming there's interested buyers who would pay over $200,000 for any given frame, carry the one, and... there are over $30 billion worth of Snow White animation cells on planet Earth. What?
Hey, it's time.
The Animaniacs is a classic in all regards. As a kid, I just loved how silly and zany they were. But did you know that the Animaniacs had its fair share of seriously raunchy jokes? The kind of jokes that a kid would never understand. Check this one out.
Number one sister, dust for Prince. I found Prince! No, fingerprints. I don't think so.
If you have to ask, then you're not ready to know yet.
If you saw my top 10 couples countdown, then you know I'm a big fan of Helga Pataki, partially due to her developed family life. Speaking of her family, did you know that Helga's mom was an alcoholic? Of course, this isn't confirmed or anything, but any adult watching this show can easily arrive at this conclusion. I mean, some of the signals are just obvious. She's always slurring her words and sleeping around the house in the middle of the day. She's often seen making smoothies like she's hungover or something, and there's even a mention of her having her license revoked. Maybe she had one too many gin and tonics and got behind the wheel. But hey, was Helga's mom an alcoholic or just someone who liked to have a few drinks and a good time? Is there a difference? Since its popularity boom, I found Family Guy to be pretty polarizing. But did you know that it takes 9 months to a year just to produce one episode of Family Guy? I was shocked to learn this. Honestly. I'm an animator myself, and I've been interested in the animation process since I was a young kid, so I'm not ignorant to just how long it takes to produce an animated film or series. So I would expect a time frame like this for something like Gravity Falls, with its beautiful environment art, or Venture Brothers with its awesome detailed drawings. But I guess I just always suspected that Family Guy had sort of a stock set of drawings that they could just drag and drop to create the animations. But I guess I was wrong. When I make a countdown, searching for footage to include is a huge part of the time it takes to create it. And while searching once for Flintstones footage, I came across something amazing.
Gee, we ought to do something, Fred. Okay? How's about taking a nap? Hey, I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break. That's it! Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend. Yeah, Fred.
Remember the Sonic cartoon? Yeah, it was pretty good, right? Not a bad feat for a video game cartoon. And it damn sure made you want a chili dog. Now, the animated film industry has acclimated us to having celebrities starring in animated roles, from Tom Hanks as Woody all the way to Christian Bale as Howl.
I want you off the fucking set, you prick!
That was cool. Yeah. I like that.
Very good.
But did you know that Sonic's voice was provided by none other than Steve Urkel himself? Yeah, tell me that's not strange. Now, about that chili dog. Tangled. Honest to goodness, it's one of my favorite animated movies in recent memory. But what I'm about to tell you is pretty shocking. Did you know that Tangled is the #2 most expensive film of all time, live action and animated alike? Above any Harry Potter, above any Nolan Batman movie, above the Avengers. Well, it's #2, so above everything. Besides, of course, the great and wonderful Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End? What? But despite its sky-high cost, Tangled still managed to gross nearly $600 million worldwide. So I guess making a fairy tale movie with songs by Alan Menken is really just a can't-lose situation for Disney.
Now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Okay, so even though this list wasn't in any order, this one is definitely my favorite. Did you know that the merchant at the beginning of Disney's Aladdin is actually the genie himself? Now again, this is nothing official, but very fun to speculate about, and there's a case made for it that's pretty interesting. For starters, the merchant scene takes place after all the events in Aladdin, and he's the one telling us the story, but I'll touch on that later. Let's look at some details. Both characters are voiced by Robin Williams, which is fine. Animated productions often cast actors in 2 roles, simply because it's both economic for the production and fun for the actor to show their voice chops, so this double cast isn't really a red flag in this scenario. But check out their similar blue appearances, with the curly beard and the red band across the waist. A coincidence, right? But what's this? The merchant has the very lamp that once housed the genie. But how does that work? Aladdin had the lamp at the end of the movie, and the genie flew off to Disneyland. Right? Wrong. At the end of the movie, watch as the genie begs Aladdin to wish for something after freeing him, knowing that it won't work because he's no longer the genie. Aladdin has the lamp. The genie bounces off screen. Suddenly, Aladdin is no longer holding the lamp. Interesting. Shortly after flying off, did his remaining genie powers drain, leaving him a mortal man, penniless in the desert, with nothing to do but sell old relics, telling tales of his old friend Aladdin to passers-by? I suppose we won't ever know. Now, you may have surmised that this theory is easily debunked by the subsequent films and TV series, but are those really canonical, or are they just ways to cash in on the original film's success? I leave that up to you. So hopefully you're leaving this countdown with a few more tidbits of cartoon information than you knew before. Well, oh, come on! Well, I guess I got my work cut out for me. Okay, thanks, bye.
Ah, good, you're still here. If you like my videos and you want to keep up with me and all the cartoon-type content I'm working on, head on over to facebook.com/LouTunes and hit that like button. I'd sure appreciate it.